Where does one begin? I called it earlier, a Democrat. I called it a slush fund and a bunch of payoffs. Was I too strong? What are your thoughts?
No, I think that's a charitable description of what the Senate Democrats are doing, and it is really frustrating, hard to believe. 19 Republican senators agreed with this. It opens the door for what will ultimately be the largest tax and spend legislation in the history of the world, not just the United States, the entire world. It is absolutely unbelievable, completely irresponsible. It's dangerous that they're advancing this right now, and we have to oppose it.
Disappointed with Senator Cassidy?
I am, and I don't want to make this personal. There's a lot of blame to go around for this, but what they have delivered here is something that is so radical and outrageous. I mean, I've heard him and others say that there's some little benefits in here for Louisiana, but I'm just telling you guys, whatever small benefits might be buried in this legislation are far, far outweighed by this unprecedented, dangerous level of deficit spending is what it is, radical leftist provisions. We could talk about it all morning. This is a terrible thing for the country and for everybody in this state as well.
Now, on the heels of the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill that just passed, there's another, it's called the reconciliation. It's $3.5 trillion in what I just call make-up money, created money, pretend money, play money. And there's really nothing any Republican on either side of the legislature, there's really nothing anybody can do to slow that down at all, is there?
It's already sailed through the Senate. They're going to vote. There was a vote in the middle of the night last night, 50-49, struck down party lines to advance the thing. Here's what we're going to try to do in House to stop all of this in its tracks. I mean, thankfully, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Pelosi, has guaranteed to the radical left that she's going to marry these two bills together. So the $1.2 trillion package will be married in the House, at least, with the $3.5 trillion spending extravaganza. And that will allow us at least the potential to take these bills down, because the Republicans in the House will keep our team completely united on this. And I think we may be able to peel off several of the small handful of moderates who remain on the Democrat side in the House.
Pardon me, Mr. Mike, walk me through the process of how, even though Republicans are in, albeit a small minority on your side, the House side, what you guys can do to maybe pump the fiscal brakes a little bit.
Well, we've got to stoke the fire of the civil unrest within the other camp, okay, to put it charitably. Like, Nancy Pelosi has the smallest majority. She has a 3-vote margin in the House right now. It's the smallest House majority in the modern era. And she is having a real difficult time keeping moderates from swing districts united with these radical socialists in her camp, the Squad and the rest of them. And so they've got to cobble together, hold everybody together somehow to get the moderates to agree to this unprecedented, dangerous level of spending. I mean, you're talking about hiking taxes on investment just when the economic recovery needs it most. You're talking about giving amnesty to illegal immigrants. This is all in this big spending extravaganza. Expanding welfare benefits on a scale we've never seen in our lifetime. Radical Green New Deal agenda stuff. I mean, it will kill red states and blue states. Okay, so the people that come from these close Democrat margin districts are going to have a real hard time going along with this, and we're hoping that there'll be enough of them to peel off that we can stop this.
So basically what you got to do is scare the hell out of what moderate Democrats there may be, that if they go along with this, their chance of being reelected shrinks accordingly.
That's exactly right. We have got to hold people accountable for these decisions. And that's what, the beauty of our system is. In the House, we have an election every 2 years. And you can hold people accountable for what they do. And this is not hyperbole. These are not like political talking points. This is the objective reality of the legislation they are bringing to the floor. This is crazy stuff. It will change the foundations of our country irreparably if they can move this kind of stuff through. I mean, you're talking about dramatic changes in all of our lifestyles. You're talking about inflation for the foreseeable future. The prices of everything you buy at the grocery store, you're putting gas in the tank of the car, all of that will go up and immeasurably, because it'll have to. You cannot dump this much paper into an economy and believe in this fantasy economic idea that there will be no consequence for it. It devalues the dollar, and it drives the cost of everything up higher and higher.